She may be globally recognized as Lady Gaga, but before the fame, the dazzling outfits, and the iconic meat dress, she was Stefani Germanotta, a New York singer with big ambitions and, as she famously described, even bigger balls. Many people are unaware that before her meteoric rise to fame in 2008 and 2009, Germanotta was exploring classical music, belting out Led Zeppelin covers, and performing for tips in the underground burlesque clubs and gay bars of New York City. In 1986, Lady Gaga entered the world as Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Her parents, Joseph and Cynthia Germanotta, of Italian-American descent, held notable careers, Joseph as an internet entrepreneur and Cynthia as an executive at Verizon. Joseph Germanotta is credited with launching the company Guest Wi-Fi, which played a significant role in the hotel Wi-Fi industry. His pioneering efforts began in 2002 with the introduction of Wi-Fi at a Holiday Inn in New Jersey, a move that helped establish the concept of providing internet access to hotel guests. Stefani, along with her younger sister Natalie, grew up on Manhattan's Upper West Side. This neighborhood, known for its rich avant-garde culture, profoundly influenced her artistic development and musical career. Lady Gaga, renowned for her bold fashion statements and extravagant performances, has always had a foundation rooted in pure musical talent and a disciplined approach. Her journey began at the tender age of 4 when she first started playing the piano, and by age 11 she had begun formal singing lessons. By 13, she had already penned her first song, signaling a bright future in music. At 11 years old, Gaga was accepted into the prestigious Juilliard School in Manhattan. However, at the insistence of her parents, she attended the Convent of the Sacred Heart, a private Catholic school on the Upper East Side instead. Among her classmates were Paris and Nicky Hilton, whose influence seemed to leave a greater mark on Gaga than the nuns did. Reflecting on her fascination with fame, Gaga told The Telegraph, "I am fascinated with the blonde woman as seductress," referencing her admiration for the art of fame and positioning in front of cameras, despite being a natural brunette herself. Her time at the Catholic school instilled in her a strong work ethic, but it also subjected her to intense bullying. Her unconventional style made her a target. She shared with Rolling Stone how her bold fashion choices like dramatic Evita eyebrows and a deep tan led to harsh ridicule. People would say, "Why the fuck are you so orange? Why do you do your hair that way? Why do you have to look like that for school? I didn't even want to go to school sometimes." Despite these challenges, Gaga drew strength from her difficult teenage years. "Bullying really stays with you your whole life," she confessed to Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer. "And it really, really never goes away. I was never the winner. I was always the loser. And that still stays with me. Do I want to stick it to anybody? No. I just want to make music." Her singing lessons at age 11 were under the guidance of Don Lawrence, the same vocal coach who worked with Christina Aguilera. When Gaga's career began to soar in 2008, comparisons between the two singers emerged. Aguilera, when asked about Gaga, responded dismissively, "I'm not sure who this person is, to be honest. I don't know if it is a man or a woman." Gaga, however, was unbothered by these remarks. She responded with admiration, saying, "I think she's very talented, and anyway, look at me. I might as well be a gay man. When I hear comments like that, I'm like, she's dead on, because she saw the Warhol in me." Gaga continues to work with Lawrence to this day. In preparation for her acclaimed performance of The Sound of Music at the 2015 Oscars, she practiced with him daily for a year and a half. In a 2010 interview with The Telegraph, Gaga discussed how her classical music education shaped her pop songwriting abilities. "I was classically trained as a pianist, and that innately teaches you how to write a pop song. But I want to do something that speaks to everyone. It's got to be something that resonates on a visceral level." Her father, Joseph Germanotta, also highlighted the influence of jazz on her musical foundation, recalling how she won a jazz competition at 14 or 15 and noting that jazz training provided a solid base for her singing. This early influence came full circle in 2014 when Gaga collaborated with Tony Bennett on a jazz album. In the summer of 2005, 24-year-old Polish waitress Małgorzata Saniewska found herself working alongside 19-year-old Stefani Germanota at a restaurant in New York's West Village. Saniewska, who aspired to be a photographer, discovered that Germanota, then a bartender, was more than willing to be her subject. We were colleagues, not close friends, but she was the nicest girl. Down to earth, Saniewska shared with CNN. She even gave me a CD of her first single, and I was really impressed. She was beautiful. I offered her a photo shoot, and she agreed immediately. Before her restaurant days, Germanata had turned down an acceptance from Juilliard to attend New York University's Tisch School of the Arts as a teenager. Selected as one of only 20 students for early acceptance, this is where she began to delve deeply into postmodern pop art. I wrote a crazy thesis, about 80 pages on Spencer Tunick and Damien Hirst, she recalled. However, in true Lady Gaga fashion, she soon left the academic world behind to immerse herself in New York City's underground club scene. I left my entire family, got the cheapest apartment I could find, and ate shit until somebody would listen, she told New York Magazine. After dropping out of school, Gaga fully embraced a rebellious lifestyle. She moved to the Lower East Side, experimented with drugs, worked as a go-go dancer, and performed at burlesque dive bars and underground gay clubs. My father couldn't look at me for months, she admitted to The Telegraph, but it represented freedom to me. I went to a Catholic school, but it was in the New York underground where I truly found myself. Her relentless pursuit of her artistic vision paid off when, at 19 years old, Gaga was signed by the hip-hop label Def Jam in 2005. However, as her music began to evolve into a more synth-pop sound, Def Jam decided to drop her. It just wasn't for them, she told the Sunday Times. Unfazed, Gaga continued to trust her instincts. Her disco-infused tracks soon caught the attention of producer Red One, who would later collaborate with her on her debut album, The Fame. Lady Gaga's distinctive stage name was inspired by the Queen song Radio Gaga. The idea came about when her producer, Rob Fusari, sang the song to her after hearing some of her early music, which was heavily influenced by glam rock. Beyond Queen, Gaga developed a deep admiration for other glam rock icons of the 1970s and 1980s, including Elton John and David Bowie. As she began to refine her sound and style, these artists played a pivotal role in shaping her artistic vision. In fact, David Bowie's influence was so significant that it is hard to imagine Lady Gaga existing without him. Gaga honored Bowie's iconic aesthetic in her debut music video for Just Dance, where she sported a lightning bolt across her face, a direct nod to Bowie's Aladdin Sane album cover. After being dropped by Def Jam, Gaga's then-boyfriend and producer, Rob Fusari, introduced her to Interscope Records in 2008, where she began working as a songwriter. She penned hits like Quicksand for Britney Spears' 2008 album Circus, as well as Elevator for the Pussycat Dolls. Gaga also gained her first touring experience by supporting New Kids on the Block. While at Interscope, she received some critical advice on refining her image. I was wearing motorcycle jackets and high-cut sequined panties. I looked like David Lee Roth's 80s girlfriend, she told The Telegraph. They said, "Your hair needs to be softer. You look like a stripper." I responded, "Is this the only major label on earth asking a female pop artist to put more clothes on?" They wanted me to be myself in a way that people would listen, and I appreciate that. I became good at channeling my ideas through a pop lens. It's not dumbing down, it's challenging me to express myself better as an artist. During her time at Interscope, R&B artist Akon discovered Gaga after seeing her and Lady Starlight perform their alternative burlesque show. Impressed by what he saw, he signed the 20-year-old Gaga to his own label, Conleve, under Interscope's umbrella in 2007. Less than a year later, Gaga recorded and completed her debut album, The Fame, with the support of her creative team, House of Gaga. The album's first single, Just Dance, was released in early 2008, winning a Grammy Award and reaching #1 on mainstream music charts in January 2009. Lady Gaga had officially arrived on the global stage.